Welcome back to today's Explainer. Okay, so today we're diving into a story that is, quite honestly, straight out of a movie. We're talking about the ancient legend of Onam and the great king Mahabali. If you've ever looked at a vibrant, massive cultural festival and thought, well, what kind of epic myth actually sparked all of this, you are in exactly the right place.
Let's dive right into this with a pretty huge central mystery. Why exactly does a legendary king return from the heavens to visit his people just once a year? I mean, this isn't your run-of-the-mill fairy tale. This is a massive, emotional journey all about duty, keeping your promises, and the absolute ultimate test of character.
Section 1. The Beloved King Mahabali.
To really wrap our heads around this myth, we've got to picture ancient Kerala. Imagine these incredibly lush, green landscapes dotted with traditional houses and just really happy villagers. Now fast forward to modern Kerala, and it's an explosion of color with beautiful flower pukalarms, incredible festive food, and music everywhere. And here's the crazy part. Everything that went down in that ancient, serene landscape is the literal spark for these huge, vibrant modern celebrations we see today.
So who was the guy actually running this ancient kingdom? Well, the original texts are super specific about King Mahabali. He was kind, he was humble, and his people absolutely adored him. But it wasn't just about having a great personality. He ruled with total equality. He was constantly putting his people first, ruling with genuine kindness, and always helping those in need. It was, for all intents and purposes, a perfectly balanced, genuinely happy kingdom.
Section 2. Vamana's Cosmic Test.
Now, to understand the test Mahabali faced, we have to meet the challenger. Enter Vamana. This is actually Lord Vishnu himself. But get this, he doesn't show up with some massive, intimidating army. No, he appears as a small, divine young Brahmin. And that humble, unassuming appearance? It's an absolutely brilliant setup for what might be the greatest bait and switch in mythology.
So what does this divine visitor actually ask for? 3. Just 3 steps of land. I mean, think about it. For a king who rules over a massive, lush empire, giving away 3 little footsteps of dirt sounds like absolutely nothing, right? It is literally the ultimate low-stakes request. Or so it seems.
Section 3. The Ultimate Sacrifice.
Just look at how unbelievably fast this whole situation escalates. We're talking a matter of moments here. Moment 1, Vamana asks for the land. Moment 2, Mahabali, being the generous guy he is, happily keeps his promise. But then boom, moment 3, Vamana suddenly transforms into this massive cosmic form. By moment 4, both earth and heaven are completely covered. And finally, moment 5, Mahabali is offering his own head. The dramatic stakes go from 0 to absolute infinity in seconds. I actually want to pause on moment 3 for just a second. The source text specifically describes this as a magnificent cosmic form. And wow, it is an incredible, cinematic visual. That small, unassuming young Brahmin suddenly expands into something so completely, incomprehensibly massive. It entirely shifts the gravity of Mahabali's simple little promise. Which brings us to this incredibly suspenseful number, 2. While in that magnificent cosmic form, Vamana covers all of Earth and heaven in exactly 2 steps. So if literally everything known to man and gods is claimed in step 1 and step 2, where on earth or in heaven could that promised 3rd step possibly go?
Well, here is the sheer gravity of that moment. Step 1 took the earth. Step 2 took heaven. For step 3, King Mahabali simply bows and humbly offers his own head. With literally nowhere else left in the entire universe, Mahabali sacrifices himself just to fulfill his word. He absolutely, point-blank, refuses to back down from his promise. And because of this just absolutely unparalleled display of integrity, he receives an everlasting boon. Lord Vishnu blesses Mahabali for his immense dedication and grants him permission to visit his people every single year. So, yes, he loses his physical kingdom, but in return he gains an eternal, unbreakable connection to his subjects.
Section 4. Modern Onam Celebrations.
Because their beloved king returns yearly, the people go all out to welcome him back. I mean, we're talking about beautiful flower pukalams, stunning traditional clothes, festive food that is out of this world, vibrant music, and just generations of smiling families. Every single one of these joyful elements is part of one grand, modern reception party for the returning King Mahabali.
Section 5.
The message of Onam.
This beautiful original quote perfectly captures the deeper meaning of everything we've just talked about. It really is the true essence and legacy of the entire festival.
When we translate those ancient words, they give us 4 really powerful pillars: love, equality, honesty, and sacrifice. And you can see these woven all through the story we just explored, right? His love and equality in his lush green kingdom, his unwavering honesty with Vamana, and of course his ultimate sacrifice. This festival isn't just a big party. It's a living, breathing monument to these exact traits.
Which naturally leads us to the joyful, traditional greeting that brings this whole thing together. Happy Onam. It's a celebratory phrase, sure, but it carries the full, beautiful weight of an ancient sacrifice and a king's eternal return to the people he loves.
Before we wrap things up today, I really want to leave you with this thought. How can we embody the values of equality and sacrifice in our own modern lives? Look, we might not be ruling ancient kingdoms or facing down cosmic deities, but ruling our own lives with kindness and actually keeping our promises, that is just as relevant today as it was back then. So think about how you can apply those lessons. Thank you so much for exploring this myth with me, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.